Welcome to your Ozarks Local News for this Monday. Unfortunately, it is Monday. I am Aaron Nolan.
And I am Melanie Chapman. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We begin each night with your 9 at 9. It's the top stories you need to know before you go to bed.
A new place to live for our nation's heroes. Residents debating a proposed multi-million-dollar development in Taney County tonight.
It's called the Veterans Victory Village. The proposed site is located on private property next to Lake Taneycomo. Laura Kennedy was at the public hearing tonight, and not everyone's supporting this idea.
Right. Tonight, the Taney County Planning Commission heard comments for and against the proposed facility. It's a complex housing development meant to house up to 250 veterans and their families. The focus will be on vets with disabilities. The plans include 7 dome housing structures, an aquatic dome, even a farming dome, and outdoor areas for therapy and sports. Nick and Joe Bima are thinking about buying the land and proposing this village. At the meeting, Joe argued this would be the most beneficial way to use the property, but neighbors are upset, worried about the impact on housing value and the necessary widening of Sunset Inn Road.
If any of you gentlemen rode down Sunset Inn Road, there's 12 twists and turns. It's not big enough for 2 vehicles hardly now. When you go around a turn, you come head on to a car. And from Ladybug Lane on down, it's like a 1-lane road. They're going to have to take care of that.
Tonight's public commission hearing is the first step in the land usage permit process. The decision is set to be made next Monday night.
All right, Laura, thank you. Well, you are well rested there, Aaron. You have a nice suntan.
Thank you.
Well, Jamie, summer is officially here, I guess, huh?
Summer's here. I mean, this week that we're about to get into will be the hottest, the most summerish week that we've seen so far.
I come back from deep south in America, Orange Beach, Alabama, and the humidity there almost equals what it is here in Springfield. Humidity levels got to be spiking through the roof.
Well, that's a new thing too. I mean, like this morning actually was very comfortable, but as the day progressed, we saw the humidity increasing, and it is very humid out there this evening. Let's take a look at what we've seen so far for the month of June. So far, it has been a cooler than normal, very pleasant month. Temperatures have generally been in the 70s for highs, and overnight lows have generally been in the 50s, but as low as 46 back on the 3rd. The average temperature, when you add all the numbers together and average them out, 64.6 degrees through yesterday, and that's over 6 degrees below normal for this time of the year. Well, that is about to change. We're about to get into a much hotter pattern, starting with today. We started off comfortable at 60, but we saw a high of 88 degrees this afternoon, and it was even hotter to the west and south. Joplin 90, Harrison 90, Mountain Home 91. And it looks like it's going to be those kinds of readings that we're going to see overspread all of the Ozarks as we head into tomorrow. Now tonight, it looks like we're going to end for a quiet night. Skies are clear, but it's humid, and temperatures are still only in the 70s to around 80 degrees. 70 in Lake Ozark, 67 in Raleigh. So there's still the last vestiges of the cooler air in the Ozarks. 78 Fort Leonard Wood, 80 in Springfield, 80 in Joplin. These warmer readings, again, continue to spread on off towards the north and east. Here's how your Tuesday will shape up. 68 at around 7 o'clock will be a bright day, just like today. It'll also be a very breezy day with winds out of the southwest at around 10 to 20 miles per hour, and it will be a hot day, the hottest yet so far for Springfield. In fact, the first day with 90-degree plus temperatures in Springfield this year, topping out at around 93. And it looks like this kind of heat is going to be common going forward. We'll have more on that in your full forecast coming up.
All right there, Jamie. Thank you. Not sure what happened there, but we're back.
Jamie's a pro, and he can handle it, and he did handle it.
Yes, and so well. You know, I can always tell when the humidity goes up because the hair, it comes down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at the poof. Right? She may have a bump it in the back.
Still bump you off the set.
I'm back. I got to make some fun.
We're glad you're back, Aaron. Well, the nation has already faced dozens of severe weather threats this year. Right now, parts of the East Coast are bracing for possible tornadoes. The Ozarks was swimming in severe weather just last week with flash floods and the threat of tornadoes.
Yeah, now builders right here in southwest Missouri, well, they are busy building storm-resistant homes, and not just locally. Lori Patton has the details.
The builder we spoke with initially set out to build energy-efficient homes, but he says he soon learned by using concrete forms, those homes could be both efficient and storm-resistant. The next step was to prove they could also be affordable.
Right, so our codes are not designed for tornadoes.
Green builder George Van Hoosen, whose business is headquartered in Ozark, says local, state, and federal codes meet the bare minimum when it comes to keeping homeowners safe from tornadoes. Van Hoosen says he set out to build energy-efficient homes, but soon realized those homes could also be storm resistant.
After the Joplin tornado, and we've had the Oklahoma tornadoes and everything that went on, I realized that not only could you build green homes, energy efficient homes, right, but you could also make them a lot safer and still make them affordable.
Van Hoosen partnered with TF Forming Systems to make homes with insulated concrete forms. They were able to build homes that were approximately 1,100 square feet for about $90,000 in Joplin.
The idea was to design and build some homes in that Joplin area. We designed and built 6 homes over there that were not only energy efficient but were storm resistant.
These builders say national code is 90 miles per hour, basically strong straight line winds, but they say something like this is built to withstand 250 miles per hour.
Styrofoam, plastic, recycled plastic, and both inside and out. That cavity is filled with concrete. It's reinforced with rebar type material.
Van Hoosen says he's building homes like this in Joplin and places like Chanute, Kansas, but he sees it as the wave of the future where neighborhoods hit by tornadoes won't look like this.
We're building homes that are going to be here centuries from now.
One thing both Lace and Van Hoosen say is they are working to educate people about this new way of building. Tuesday, June 18th, TF Forming Systems is having a learning session on building with concrete forms. We'll put more information about this on our website at ozarksfirst.com.
Boaters will notice more enforcement at lakes later this month. The Missouri Highway Patrol is taking part in Operation Dry Water, a national campaign that organizes special patrols the last weekend in June. The goal is to create high visibility as troopers look for drunk boaters. If a boat operator has a blood alcohol content of 0.08, he or she will be arrested for BWI. Last year, all 50 states took part in 337 boaters were taken off the waterways. In Missouri, 20 people were arrested during last year's operation.
Fighting to keep the fireworks flying. It happens each and every 4th of July at Rockaway Beach. The price tag around $6,000.
Some people living in Taney County have spent weeks in hopes of keeping the show going. Lindsay Klein caught up with some of them today. She has the story.
Families gather for fun at Rockaway Beach. But city leaders say the past year and a half has been a struggle.
The city has no money. Sales tax and stuff's down. We're not getting tourism dollars.
The city recently canceled its summertime boat races, a nearly 20-year tradition.
This is a resort community, and these events help bring people to town and fill our resort area and generate sales tax for the city.
Now the city is struggling to keep the skies lit with fireworks this Independence Day.
We feel it's still an important event for us to continue the tradition.
It helps bring the community together, and the city of Rockaway needs it.
Each year, hundreds of people fill the streets, the marina, and the city park here at Rockaway Beach to watch the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and residents are hoping the tradition will continue.
There's no way we can cancel the 4th of July and keep going on a positive upward. We need to turn around and bring Rockaway back.
Terry Segrist says he won't let the fireworks stop flying this July 4th.
I have faith. I have 100% faith. I'm walking by faith. And people have been stepping up, and it'll happen.
You think you can save it?
I know I could save it.
Businesses are counting on the busy weekend.
I mean, really, if they don't have it, it's going to hurt this town. All of our rooms are booked for that week and for that day, and if people hear that there's not going to be a fireworks show, then I have a feeling that we'll have some cancellations. So it's important to our business for that to happen.
And Rockaway Beach residents feel without the colorful skies, July 4th won't be the same.
It's an impressive show. It's an annual event, something that everyone looks forward to. And it would certainly be a shame if we weren't able to have it again this year.
That was Lindsay Klein reporting new information on this story in the last 30 minutes. Rockaway Beach has decided to keep with tradition and keep the fireworks show. The city will continue to try to raise money to help with this annual aerial display. Vandals have damaged several parts of the Mark Twain National Forest. The U.S. Department of Agriculture sent us these pictures. Someone broke a sign at Devil's Backbone Wilderness, and trash was scattered all over another location. The agency says several sites have been damaged in Berry, Christian, Douglas, Howell, Ozark, Stone, and Taney counties. The investigation is ongoing.
Fair Grove's mayor is suing 4 members of the Board of Aldermen. Tim Smith says the 4 wrongfully impeached him without any opportunity to defend himself. The lawsuit claims the board met secretly prior to the May 28th meeting and decided to impeach Smith. Today, a judge granted Smith temporary relief, which means the board cannot remove him from office during tomorrow night's meeting.
Also, tomorrow the public gets a chance to say thank you and goodbye to Springfield icon John Q. Hammonds. There's a public memorial at the JQH Arena beginning at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. If you cannot be there, be sure to watch right here. We're going to have coverage of the event live on the Z. We'll have the entire ceremony live. Hammonds recently died at the age of 94. He was a well-known businessman and philanthropist. In advertising, shock and awe are used to get a point across. But what about when it comes to teen pregnancy?
Okay, take a look at this new Chicago campaign. The city is hoping to curb unprotected sex by using young boys with a pregnant belly. You see the words, unexpected. According to Today.com, Chicago's teen birth rate is among the highest in the nation. That will definitely get your attention, and it has people talking.
Well, I mean, you look at a picture like that, and it's almost that double take moment of, oh, what?
You know, and you see businesses doing these shock campaigns,
Yep.
shock advertising. Kmart, for instance, comes off, you know, I think of that first and foremost. But this comes from the city. This is a government entity that decided to go with this campaign. So a really risky push, I think, on the city's behalf. But it is, they knew this would create conversation.
I think that's exactly why, and yes, a city can use an advertising campaign. Yes, they can use an advertising agency to try to get a point across, a point they believe is a problem area like teen pregnancy in the Windy City.
And will it be effective? We'll just have to wait and see how effective, if indeed it will be. And of course, this leads us to our viewer interaction time. It's time for your voice to be heard. Every night we ask a question on our Facebook page, and we give you, the Ozarks, a chance to sound off.
All right, so you've seen the picture, you've heard the story. Do you think using pregnant male teens is going too far, or is this an effective way to get a point across? Tons of comments already on our Facebook page, but we want you to get involved. So go over to our Facebook page, like the page, leave your comment. We're going to read a few of your opinions a little bit later in the show.
Also, we ask you to check out our social media outlets. We're always looking for ways to get our viewers involved, so please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, email us, or send us any story ideas, any comments you may have.
Jennifer Aniston getting further away from walking down the aisle, but the Hollywood darling has no plans of not saying I do to her actor fiance. Did you carry that? Did you catch it?
She is heading to the aisle.
She is, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. And Apple is making another big move. These stories coming up in tonight's trends.
You missed the trends while you were on break,
I did.
didn't you?
I did not pay attention to them like I should have.
Yeah, you're all right. We'll catch you up.
That's what I use you for,
We'll catch
Melanie.
you up. Okay, then you're in big trouble then. The first chief meteorologist, Jamie Warner, joins us to talk about this weather, hot and humid, and what can we expect from the rest of the work week? I'm guessing a lot more heat. I don't know.